the awakening of people like Van Jones, who referred to Donald Trump's victory back in 2016, as a reflection of America's racism. Here is what he now has said about Donald Trump, number 22.
How the hell did Donald Trump figure out the mainstream media is the fringe and the fringe is now the mainstream? How the hell did Donald Trump figure out? I mean, Joe Rogan is obvious, right? Like, we knew the guy had a big audience. It's not like we were like stunned, but like, how the hell was he, the 78-year-old guy who doesn't even have a computer and still like writes handwritten notes, how did he become the guy who cracked the code on, to your point, running a cultural, I don't even want to say campaign, running
it was a movement. Look,
heading a cultural movement versus a campaign.
Every one of your people knows Elon. Listen. Yeah, so everybody keeps, the problem is you have a framework in your mind that, how can Donald Trump? Guys, can we cut it out? Donald Trump is not an idiot. Donald Trump, let me just be very clear. Donald Trump is smarter than me, you, and all critics. You know why we know? Because he has the White House, the Senate, the House.
Totally agree.
Court, the popular vote. He has a massive media ecosystem bigger than the mainstream, built around him and for him, and a religious fervor in a political movement around him. And his best buddy is the richest person in the history of the world, and the most relevant Kennedy is with him. This dude is a phenomenon. He is the most powerful human on earth and in our lifetime, and we're still saying, well, how was this guy? We look like idiots to ordinary.
You're totally right.
What happened to white lash? What happened to America wanting to have this racist in office because white people are insecure because the country is becoming increasingly a country of people of color? What happened? What happened? And then Van Jones talked about who the mainstream media are right now. And they're not CNN. Number 21.
White lash.
We are way off. The entire political class is way off. First of all, digital is a new door knocking. Mm-hmm. You got to understand that. We were laughing our butts off at Donald Trump for suspending his door knocking campaign and letting Charlie Kirk and Elon do a bunch of stuff online. Mm-hmm. We said, these guys are idiots. These guys are stupid. Then you start knocking on these doors. You know what people come to the door with? Their phone in their hand. They're in a 24-hour digital surround sound that has nothing to do with CNN, has nothing to do with any stuff that we do. I got a teenage son. I asked him, who are the most influential people in the world today? I'm thinking to myself, he's going to say Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Jay-Z. He says, Kai Cent, Aiden Ross, Jinxie, and Sketch. I don't know who he's talking about. I said, what platforms are you on? He goes, I'm on Twitch, Kick, and Rumble. I said, that sounds like you need to go to the hospital. What are these platforms? I'm telling you guys, the mainstream has become fringe, and the fringe has become mainstream. There are platforms, there are people out there that are getting 14 million streams, and we're on cable news getting 1 or 2 million. And so there is a whole world out there. Kellyanne Conway, I hate to agree with her, but I do a lot of times. Donald Trump understood that, and we didn't. And it's not just Democrats that don't. The entire political class is way off, way off.
And that's Van Jones. Don't forget Mitt Romney, the things he said about Donald Trump when Donald Trump ran in 2016. I mean, they were just ghastly. Donald Trump is crass. He brags about his wealth. Donald Trump was vulgar. And he voted to convict Donald Trump twice. Until Mitt Romney, no senator, after a president had been impeached, ever voted for the conviction of a president of his own party. Mitt Romney became the first in American history to do so, and then did it again after the second impeachment. And now, his analysis of Donald Trump, night and day. Going to have that for when we come back. 888-971-SAGE, 888-971-7243. Don't forget, check out our podcast pinned to the top of my Twitter account And follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Threads, follow us on Truth Social. 888-971-SAGE. Larry Elder.